Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features two safeties who make more big plays than just about anybody else at the position. It's Jarius Byrd going up against Earl Thomas. Now we'll go down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 11 matchup.
The Saints are ready to run back this kick. Steven Hauschka ready to kick it away to start today's game. Cooks is going to run this one out. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Leading this offense today is the player who was the fastest ever to reach 50,000 career passing yards, Drew Brees. First down on the way. Double tight end formation. Dropping back 3. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Anytime you get over 4 yards on first down, it doesn't matter what the play is. Is it a run or a pass? That time, nice throw by the QB. Now they're in great position. Second down and short.
They're loaded up in the full house formation. Moreno's going to secure the handoff. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
Kind of refreshing to watch, isn't it, to see a team that has faith, the toughness, and the patience to just keep running the football, grinding out these first downs, resting their defense, and tiring out the opponent's defense.
And Edwards is lined up now as a slot receiver. First and 10. Sherman's able to swat the pass away. Here's a look at the Saints offense. They've shown this season they're not a team that's going to run the ball very much. Second down now. Brees is going to take it from the shotgun. Brees connects with Colston.
The slant route, it's a timing route where the wide receiver plants his outside foot at 5 to 6 yards and catches the football 8 yards down the field as he's going across the middle.
Back to the air here on first down. Has his man. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
I think when I was playing, anytime we crossed the 50-yard line, it was kind of like a big sigh of relief because I knew now that there were a lot of things that could take place. I could afford to take sacks. I could afford to be a little more aggressive. Let's see how the offense reacts to this.
Second and 2. Brees with the handoff. And now here's the Seahawks defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways. Lined up now on third down. They were very good at converting these situations a week ago. Cooks is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Brees in shotgun formation. Ball's picked off. In on the stop. At quarterback, out of TCU, a former second-round pick and Rose Bowl winner, Andy Dalton. First down here. Offense lines up here. They tried to convince them otherwise, but that's a false start on the offense.
False start, offense. Still first down.
First down here. Wide receivers are bunched up. Dalton's got it in the gun. Out to the left. Sticks to his hands. And he's brought to the ground.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
That's second down coming up. Dalton's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. And Ivory's handed the football. Brought down right at the 50. Here's the Seahawks offense. A coach's dream a week ago, as this team never turned over the football once. On the way, 3rd down. Quarters formation here for the defense. Dalton from the shotgun. The reception, easy, wide open. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown!
What a terrible job by the defense. That time, nobody even covers the receiver. He is wide open down the field, and hey, nice job by the quarterback going through his progression. He finds the open guy and gets a touchdown pass.
The Saints getting set to return the kickoff. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. It's 1st down as they head to the line. The defense comes out in the nickel. Breeze from the shotgun. Finds his mark. Brought down at the 26.
Well, when you play this type of defense where you play cover 3, in other words, you have 3 defenders playing 1 in the middle, 1 right, and 1 left. Well, the weakness of that defense is going to be underneath. So slant patterns, they're pretty easy against this cover 3.
The Saints might be looking at the scoreboard and thinking, uh-oh, not again, as they trail in another tight game, partner.
Well, we'll do a little teaching right here. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just focus on the play that's coming up. Just do your job. If you do that, you'll have a chance to find a way to win.
1st down here after the completion. Looking to go up top again on 1st down. Breeze and Colston, a famous combination for years.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some 1st downs.
Now 1st and 10. Looking across the middle, makes the reception.
Well, when you're throwing the slant route, it's all about accuracy from the quarterback standpoint. Make sure you put it right on the receiver where he can catch it, protect himself. Good job that time, and almost gets a 1st down.
Second down coming up. Cooks lined up in the slot. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. He'll throw it over the middle. The Saints get a 1st down.
Good job by the receiver, running into that defense through the zone, finding the open space, and making a nice catch.
The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. Play action, Breeze. And he hauls it in.
He doesn't do it a lot, but when he does do it, he is good at it. What a surprise. Drew Brees on a good play action fake and a nice throw.
First down at the 23. Throwing now to his left. Got the completion, and that's a gain of 9.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Man-to-man coverage down the field. When you see it, you got to be accurate with the football. He was that time, and that's why we got the completion.
After the catch, it's now 2nd down and 1. The Seahawks defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Tackles made.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
First down here after the run.
And Edwards is a receiver in the slot. Snap it out of the gun. Breeze connects with Houston. Gets about 9 on the play.
You must be very creative in the red zone when it comes to the passing game. Formations, movement, do whatever it takes to give your players an advantage. That time they get a nice play call. They throw the pass and complete it for a good, solid pickup.
The Saints come to the line with a bunch set. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
Some good play calls so far in this drive by the offensive coordinator. His team is down, but they are marching down the field.
This is third down. It's third down coming up. The long drive continues.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
Pass is intercepted. Nice tackle. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20.
Linebackers nowadays are so talented. They can just do everything. They're strong enough to stop the run, but how about this interception? Good job, good reading of the quarterback, and a nice catch.
Reaches out and snatches it. Tackle down right around the 47.
Well, it was man-to-man coverage. Bad job by the defense. The defensive back so slow, no chance of keeping up with the wide receiver.
This play set up by the long gainer.
Dalton's back in shotgun formation.
Brings it in.
They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Nickel formation for the defense here. Second down and 11.
Dalton still has it. Looking for Percy Harvin. What a catch down the middle of the field.
The flag is out as the play continues.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
First and goal, and Ivory's taking the handoff. Bird's going to make the tackle.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
And here we have second down.
And Ivory's got it.
Short run, and it's a touchdown.
Well, you got a lead. You drive down the field. You score a touchdown. Now we're going to find out if the other team can stay patient or will they panic.
The Seahawks with an extra point try on the way.
The point after is good. Steven Hauschka ready for the kickoff.
It out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Saints now will start this drive at the 27. Drew Brees has it under center.
First down at the 27. Moreno's going to take the handoff now. He's tackled right at the 36.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Second and short. The Saints now move the chains. Space to work.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
First and goal from the 4. Touchdown and drawing close.
If you go to an NFL practice, they spend about 40% of their time practicing plays going in to score. That's why they made it look so easy here. Nice throw by the quarterback on first and goal.
Saints ready here for the kickoff. He'll take it from the 1. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Dalton set in the pistol. And Ivory's going to secure the handoff. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. Split backfield here. He'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Gets it out for the completion. Vaccaro takes him down.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. Dalton's going to take the snap from the shotgun. He makes the catch. That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out.
Nice job that time by the defense, knowing the situation. Go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the first down. Good job. Fourth down coming up.
He's going to challenge the punt coverage. Hilliard's the one who brings him to the ground. First down, offense readying for the snap. Drew Brees has it under center. Moreno's handed the football. Sherman's in on the tackle.
The great thing about the draw play, just for a split second, the defense thinks it's pass. Now they're reacting instead of attacking, and allows you to get a few extra yards.
Offense lines up here. Second down and 6. Colston's got the catch and the first. And as we take a closer look now at a receiver who has been very dangerous here in the first half. What's to like about this performance so far, Phil?
Oh, shoot, what is there to like? Everything. They cannot stop him. He has so much talent. He could do everything, and if I was a quarterback, I'd keep throwing the football his way.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Moreno lined up in the backfield. Brees in shotgun formation. Makes the catch, and they get to him at the 45.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
The pass play was good for 5. Second and 5 coming up. Drew Brees has it under center. Brees gets it to Jimmy Graham. brought down at the 29. We knew we might be in for some big numbers in the passing game today, and we've seen that so far, Phil.
We have seen that. The quarterback has been magnificent, no doubt about it. And what you have to do on the defensive side, look, you know they're going to get the yards. You just hope to stop them down in the red zone and make them kick field goals.
And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. They come to the line, and it's first down. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Breeze from the shotgun. Throws the pass. On the money. That picks up 11.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer, but these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
First down here after the completion. Moreno's in the backfield. Single back set. Looking to the right side and throwing. Breeze connects with Colston.
Saints offensive coordinator does a good job that time calling the pass down here in the red zone. Caught the defense off guard. They got the completion for a good gain.
Offense lines up here. No margin for error from just outside the goal. Rings it in for the score in the end zone.
You know, if you're a defensive player and you're covering a receiver down here on first and goal, you don't have to cover that much area. That's a terrible job by the defense giving up that touchdown pass.
And the point after is good. The Seahawks await the kick as the game has been tied here late in the second quarter. Scores 14-14. The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. Takes it from the 2. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. First down coming up. Chris Ivory lined up in the backfield. Dalton standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Harvin's got the catch and the first. The Seahawks are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Dalton's going to take it from the gun. Has Gordon. Gordon take it down. The Seahawks elect to take a timeout here before the second down snap. That leads us to second down. They've come out in the dime package. Dalton will take it from the gun. Throws to the right. Catches the ball on the sideline, but does not get both feet down.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover 2, the 2 deep safeties, and you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep.
Officials stop play now. They want to take another look at that last play. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
Well, it was called one way on the field, but now inside of 2 minutes, it was a booth review, and the call is overturned.
I think if you left it up to the coaches, they'd like the booth to review them all, Jim, because put all the pressure on the officials in the NFL. That's what it's there for, to overturn bad calls on the field.
3rd and short. And he's thrown to the ground.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on 3rd down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Houston's there to make the tackle. They face 1st down.
Breeze and Colston, a famous combination for years.
That's the end of the 1st half. And you've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Makes the catch at the 7. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Seahawks ready now to start their next series. Take it here from the 30. An extra tight end on the field for this one. The catch is made for about 4.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. The Seahawks have it at the 34. Jenkins there to make the stop. Still 5 yards short of a first after the run. 3rd down coming up. From the gun. Has his target. Going to take it the distance. The 40. He's brought to a halt.
It is hard to make a tackle from behind out there in open space with the speed of all these guys in the NFL, but a good job that time by the defense making that tackle.
Let's see what they do on 1st down following that huge play. Dalton, handoff. Jordan's there that time for the tackle.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
2nd down coming up. And Ivory's lined up in a single back formation. They'll run it here. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line.
Michael's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Now 3rd and 5 after the run. Michael lined up in the backfield.
Screen. He's got the catch.
There's the offense picking up another 1st down on 3rd down.
Well, we were at practice on Friday, Jim. This team was working on red zone offense all the time. Well, here they are. It's a tie game. We'll see if all that practice pays off.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. Here's the 1st snap after the big play. From the gun, Dalton. The defense gets a sack.
You got to be quick and decisive when you're down near the goal line and you're throwing the pass as a quarterback. That time he was not, and he takes a huge sack.
And deliveries lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Handoff made. Vaccaro on the tackle.
Jim, I love these situations. 3rd and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with the pass, and if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
3rd down following the run. Ivory lined up in the backfield. Andy Dalton in the shotgun formation. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Should be an easy one here. And converts on the 3.
When an offense drives the ball, they always want to get something out of it, get some points. This time, the field goal kicker gets it done. He gives them 3.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Saints are set for their next possession. Drew Brees has it under center, and that gains a few. Bill, this passing attack has looked so good today, but still they trail in the game.
Jim Nance, this is a passing league. We see it every single week, don't we? The receivers are so good. They spread the field. The quarterbacks keep getting better and better. And you're right, the passing game is just absolutely terrific.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Split backfield here. We'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Ball is out. The defense has the football. He's brought down.
You got to protect the football on the offensive side. When you don't protect it, the way these defensive players can run, you're going to get in trouble, and that time it results in a fumble.
Goal line defense on the field. Handoff, and it's Ray Maualuga who makes the hit.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time.
It's 3rd goal right here in a close game. This offense, they want to take control. If they score right here, that could give them control of this game.
Coming up to the line at the 4.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Wide receivers are bunched up.
3rd and goal from the 4.
Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Seahawks.
Terrible job that time by the defense. 3rd and goal. They're expecting pass, and they still can't stop it. This defense is just not fast enough to stop those touchdown passes.
The Seahawks kickoff team is on the field, and the offense is on the sideline, celebrating a score that was all set up thanks to a very tenacious defense that recovered the fumble. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Saints now will start their drive at the 23. Moreno lined up in the backfield from the gun. Pulls it in. Gains 16. The Saints have gotten the familiar face back in the game plan today. Colston's having a huge game after not being very involved last week, partner.
Yeah, listen, he's one of the best in the NFL. We all know that, and they've done a good job getting the football to him, getting involved early, and man, can he take off.
1st down at the 39. Keeps it on the play fake. It's intercepted. Good piece of tackling.
Most NFL linebackers. They're borderline good enough to be a running back, and they got the hands of defensive backs. Here's a good case. What a fine catch on the interception by the linebacker.
First down on the way. Chris Ivory lined up in the backfield. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And that'll be a gain of about 2. Handing the ball off hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
And Ivory's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. To the ground. And he gains maybe 3. You see the rushing numbers now, and, well, there's just not much to look at because neither team has run the ball very well today.
Yeah, really, when you look at running the football, it's not a strength of either football team, so it's pretty easy to stop them in situations like this.
3rd down and 5. Picks up the first down. Tackles made, and the first down is picked up. Phil, this quarterback matchup has been a great one today, as both have put on quite a show.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup between the quarterbacks. And, look, I think the league is loaded with really good quarterbacks. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the league doesn't have enough guys. Yeah, they do. There are a lot of good ones. Give them time, and they'll show it to you.
With 2 hands, he has it.
That was a nice job by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. 2nd down and 4. He'll fire it out to the left. Good throw and good catch right on the sideline. You have to wonder about the tight end and what's happened. He's such a big presence on the field. How can a guy that size be invisible 2 straight weeks, Phil?
Well, yeah, he's not making the catches, Jim, but he's doing other things that are helping his football team. He's doing a really good job of blocking for the run game, so it's not all bad from the tight end. Well, when you get a couple first downs, it just gives you such great confidence. It makes everybody relax. And I always say this, when you're a relaxed athlete, that's when you play your best.
Ivory lined up in the backfield. First down and 10. He'll go ground, throws the stiff arm, and gains about 1. They have the lead, but they have no running game to speak of to this point. That may change here down the stretch, trying to take the air out of the football.
Yeah, you're going to have to run it some just to work the clock and try to get the situations in your favor, but maybe every once in a while, fake that run and get an easy pass to keep that clock moving.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. And intercepted! He stacked up at that point.
This defensive coordinator, he is one aggressive dude. He keeps going after this offense, and finally he gets the interception inside their own 20-yard line and stops the offense.
Ball is out. This one's going back the other way. End zone bound, and he's got the touchdown.
This defense, they have some mindset, don't they? They practice it. Once they get the turnover, they try to take it all the way for the touchdown, and they get it done that time.
The Seahawks now lined up for the extra point. And a flag comes out.
Encroachment, defense.
Seahawks lined up now for the point after. And the extra point is good. The Saints will now be in an even deeper hole here as they get ready to return the kick. Scores 31-14. Made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Saints getting ready now to start their drive. We'll have one more play before the quarter expires. First down at the 31. The catch made. Brought down at the 41-yard line. So they complete that one, yet it's still second down. From the gun, Drew Brees ready for the snap. He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Moore's able to knock that pass away for the incompletion. Looking ahead, the Saints will be on the road in Minnesota next week, while the Seahawks will be playing at home next week. That last pass incomplete, and it brings up third down. Nickel formation here for the defense. And he's tackled down after picking up the first. The Seahawks lead right now when you look at how they played against the run today, and you have to see that this is a big factor. Why, Phil?
Yeah, they've done everything right to stop the running game, Jim. What have they done? They've shown a lot of toughness. They have good speed on the defensive side. They're aggressive, but most of all, they've shown tremendous discipline.
The ball's deflected, incomplete.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
Cooks is in the slot. Brees is going to take it from the shotgun. Looking across the middle, and incomplete this time as Brees can't connect.
You are not going to be an accurate quarterback, of course, when you're under this kind of pressure. Doesn't even have time to set his feet. Another throw offline.
Third down on the way. Brees has everybody split out wide for this snap. Out of the shotgun. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Almost intercepted that time.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. The Saints take it from the 43. Ooh, they failed to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side.
I'll just say this, Jim. When you're a gambling football team, you're willing to... forward on fourth down, even though you're losing in the second half and you don't get it. You just got to deal with a little bit of adversity and hope your defense can go out there and stop the other team's offense.
The Seahawks now ready to take over as their offense heads onto the field. Chris Ivory lined up in the backfield. First down at the 43, and Ivory's taking the handoff.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time.
Defense, play the situation. It's third and long. Don't let a receiver get behind you and make a catch to pick up the first down. Keep it in front of you, and then let them catch it and come up and make the tackle.
Dalton from the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense.
I don't know who to blame here. Was it a great play by the safety getting the sack on the quarterback, or the quarterback just not paying attention, seeing him coming? And if you see him, you've got to change the play or get rid of the football a lot quicker.
The Saints offense now coming out. The defense comes out in the nickel. First down at the 19. Play action. The Saints get a first down. Wow, Phil, you would think when a quarterback has a game like this going that they would not only have the lead, but maybe a big lead. Instead, they're trailing.
Yeah, Jim, and look, if you look at the stats, once again, we'll say it, stats do lie. It's not all about the quarterback all the time. It is a team game, and they are just not doing it overall so far.
Staying with the passing game on first down. That's a ball that should have been caught.
Boy, it's tough when you're a quarterback or a coach and you see a receiver drop a pass, because we know it's hard to design plays to work. It's hard to get open in the NFL, but don't get down. The game is not perfect. Find a way to get the football back to that guy so he can make the catch and get going again.
Play fake. He'll throw it over the middle. Got the completion. And he is brought down at the 45-yard line. Holston's been option 1, 2, and 3 on offense today, Phil, as he just keeps piling up receptions at the wideout position.
Jim, he just has that special skill. He knows how to get open, and the quarterback is putting the football on the money.
On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. Has his man.
You can't be faint of heart. In other words, don't run away. Sometimes you got to stand in there, throw it down the field, and take the hit. Good job by the quarterback that time.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
Breeze in shotgun formation.
And Houston with a near takeaway.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
And Edwards is lined up now as a slot receiver.
2nd and 10.
And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time.
Be a great defensive back in the NFL now. You have to read the receiver. When those hands go up, you do the same, and that time the defense knocks the football down.
The Saints from the 22. They'll go ground up the middle.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
The Saints have tried a couple of different ways to get the running game going, but it hasn't paid off. Moreno's been shut down from his very first carry on.
No balance by this offense, like you said today. They can't run the football, but I've said this all the time. It's not always about just dominating physically and blocking up front. Running backs have to do their part. They have to make good decisions, and they got to break some tackles.
First down here.
Andy Dalton will be under center. And Ivory's got it on the handoff.
That'll stop the play right there.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running them.
It's a 2 tight end formation. 2nd down and 7. Handoff out of the I formation. Following the run, it's now 3rd and 7.
Dalton will be taking this snap out of the pistol. Can't find a mark, and this is going to bring up 4th down. Short series this time for the offense.
The punter awaits the snap. He's got a chance to return this one. The tackle is made. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down here.
Cooks is going to get set in the slot for this snap.
Breeze from the shotgun. This play will hold up. He's inbound.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there.
We have a review coming from the booth.
There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
On the field stands.
And after a quick review, the word has come in.
The play on the field will stand. After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way.
Moreno lined up in the backfield.
Trying to work that left side. Gilmore's able to swat the pass away.
Boy, it must be hard just to knock the football down. That time he's in good position because you know the defender wanted to go for the interception, but he played it smart and knocked it down instead.
Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun.
Jimmy Graham with the grab, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. And the offense will call a timeout. First down here after the completion. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. Makes the reception. The Saints now move the chains, and the timeout is called, so we're going to take a quick break and return in just a moment. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
Moreno lined up in the backfield. Breeze in shotgun formation.
Eyeing that left side. Chris Houston with the pick. That brings the play to an end.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Two tight ends on the field here. First down at the 29. Here's the handoff. DeCaro takes him down. And Ivory is the one who is down, and will step aside for just a moment. Harvin's lined up in the slot. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Left side, and the tackle is made at the 35-yard line.
Outside runs take time, and when you run outside, you expect the safety to get up there with that extra time and make the tackle. Good job that time by the safety.
Empty backfield look for Dalton here. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35.
Looks to his left.
Underneath, but can't find the mark that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
Looking to make a difference. Shakes off the tackle. Charging ahead. They bring him to the turf. It's first down as they head to the line. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. The pass down the field by Drew Brees. He's taken down at the 35. The Saints signal for the timeout, and they have none remaining. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
Moreno lined up in the backfield.
And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. Down the field. Very nearly intercepted.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
The Saints will take the snap from the 35. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, the guys know if they make a big hit and everybody goes ooh and ah, they'll be on the highlight reel. That's why a lot of these players play so fast and play a little out of control.
3rd and 10. The pass down the field by Drew Brees. Oh, and almost picked off that time.